One shot. Let's begin. Zombie John by Shinosuke Tojo. Alright, translate uploaded by Project Vinland and Riland. Alright, a one-shot monster action crime adventure supernatural mystery. Alright, let's begin. I like the coloring of this so far. Cool stuff. Okay. Long ago, there lived a researcher by the name of Evan Hawkey. His goal was to galvanize some immortal monster, or, in other words, a zombie. A devilish researcher who would sacrifice everything for the advancement of his studies. There are rumors that he even used his own son as a test subject. So, Eve, if you don't go to bed soon, Dr. Hockey might come and turn you into a zombie herself. I don't want to be a zombie. Wait, just hold it a moment. Oi, oi, that shot connected, didn't it? Every bullet I fired blown right through him, but why isn't he going down? Ah ha 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 ha! Daddy, your hands are so big. They're big because they're meant to protect and serve, Eve. I can't even remember his face anymore. I've just turned 16. Dad. Let's see. Oh, there's Amelia. What's going on? Excuse me. Hey there, little Miss Green Eyes. Kya! Oi, pardon me. What are you? I'm John Haki. I'm a zombie. A zombie? I've come to save you. Seems your life's in danger. You don't seem like a hero yourself. Don't you know who my father is? Sure I do. The gun lord himself, Belgier Black. He who amassed a fortune profiteering off the arms industry. Even rumored to puppeteer politicians in the legal work from behind the scenes. I don't know what your aim is, but my father won't rest till he has you eliminated. This looks like such a delicious meal, and yet you have taken not a single bite. What a shame. What did to you? What are you? This is a chemical called Machira film. It's a lethal poison that triggers an inflammatory reaction when it comes into contact with flesh. It's the kind of crap they put in chemical weapons. Swallowing it means instantaneous death. Why is it like that in my food and drink? Now that you mention it, perhaps that chick I found in the way here has something to do with this. That chick you found? Ark, I'm so sorry. Please spare me. Amelia, why is my meal poisoned? Miss Eve, I'm so sorry. It was on the master's orders. My dad? Now you get it, right? I'm the hero who came to save you. Let's see. Oi! Oi, oi! Don't let that intruder escape. Take him out. Wait, hold your fire. Well, maybe that's not totally correct after all. I'm no hero. I always get paid my fee. As you could see, I'm nothing if not immortal. But my body still sustains damage. I gotta replace the parts that get damaged. For today, my fee for the job is a fresh body. I've laid claim to no less than one piece. Dun, 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 dun. But I suppose now is the time to gab about that. Special zombie bomb. Go! Oh. Wait, what? I kind of want to see what happened there. A bomb? A zombie's body full of secrets? Let's scram. Grab onto this and we'll go down through the window. What is this? My intestines. Duh. Don't worry. They got steel wires embedded, so they ain't gonna rip no tear no matter how hard you hold on. That's not the issue here. Come on, hurry. The chase draws near. Ugh. I've barely even seen my father since my conscious memory began. I really only know what they say about him in the papers. That being said, I've heard the rumors floating about him too. Let's see. That's what a man who'd stop at no means of cruelty if... Oh. That he's a man who'd stop at no means of cruelty if it meant more money, more power. But I can't believe he would go after even me. I have faint memories before I was truly conscious, and my image of him was a kind and gentle one. I want to find out the true character of that man. Daddy. Eve. Eve, get up! Okay. We're here. Are we back at the mansion? This mansion's identical to the one we just left, but in a different location. There may be 10 or more just like it. Belgium Black should be in that mansion. Remember, there's a hit out on you, so don't leave the car. Huh? Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that's straight of a machine gun. Let's see. Yo! Hands up, buddy! You're about to get wasted! Whoa! It's like, why do I even bother with the warning anymore if no one listens? What's this? The green-eyed girl? Shelley? Rory? Jessica? Elizabeth? Olivia? Who are you? How do you get in here? Where the hell are my staff? Pop! Oh! Spook them a little bit and they all ran off with the tail between their legs. A magician, huh? Guess you're a pretty unpopular dude. Isn't that so, Belgier Black? 10 years ago, the next kingdom's over-royals were looking for a fiancé for their newborn son. You took notice of the opportunity, figured if you could secure the engagement, you could further expand your power. But without a daughter of your own, you kidnapped young girls who had green eyes just like yours, and decided to raise them as though they were your flesh and blood. But then young Prince met his end in chance accident. The plan fell through, and without the girls losing their value, you wanted to kill them to get them out of your way. You couldn't possibly be one of the girls, no? Let's see. You must be joking. Oh, wait. There's no way my own father would ever try to kill me. That's a lie. What are you doing here? I told you to wait in the car. I can't believe this. Get out. That man's story is bollocks. Oi, that man's story is bollocks. You mustn't believe him. People like him will spread all sorts of stories to bring about my ruin. Now, come here quickly. Dad! Olivia! Whoa. You are the living evidence that endangers my status. There's no way I'd let you live. You could drop dead together. He doesn't even remember my name. Let's see. Get up. Don't you want to meet your real father? Real? If there even is a real father out there for me. I was kidnapped over 10 years ago. And what was he doing all that time? He's already forgotten me. I've been abandoned. There's no home to which I may return. Besides, even if I escape, I'll still have to pay with a piece of my body, right? I don't want that. I've already received my payment. Huh? Eve. Daddy? Your father was doing everything he could to find you, but the police turned a blind eye thanks to Belgia's bribes, and no investigator could stop what he was doing. He pleaded, said he'd do whatever it took just to see his baby girl again. And that time, I was missing a left hand, you see. I demanded his as payment, and so your dad willingly gave it up to me. Daddy, your hands are so big. They're big because they're meant to protect and serve you, Eve. That's why they're so big. So, what will you do now? Want to stay here and turn into Swiss cheese? Oh. Oi, even after rattling off all those shots, you couldn't even shoot one hole through the girl. You may know how to sell weapons, but you sure can't use them. What the hell are you? The name's John. Zombie John. I won't kick her no matter how much you shoot in my body or rip it to pieces. I had no need for a stomach, lungs, or even a heart, but for me to excise the unnecessary organs and make good of the extra space. And now it's quiz time. What could be hidden inside my hollow center? The answer will be revealed right after these promotional messages. That was more like a purr, but that's okay. Move it! Ouch! Yo! Oh, my face! Where'd your body go? It went kaboom! Daddy only gave you a hand, didn't he? But now you've lost your whole body. Let me tell a story of a man. A brilliant researcher of a man. In fact, driving forth toward a biochemistry, he experimented upon the body of his own son to create an immortal monster. There was no shortage of trials, both illegal and unethical. He became known as the Devil's Clinician for using his son in his own work. Expelled from the academic community, publicly vilified, he became a jobless drifter. The rumors spread and exaggerated, and eventually he could not walk the street without being followed by verbal vitriol and pelted with stones. Despite the horrid treatment, he endured up until his final moments. He died laughing. The true story isn't really that novel. Even though he cast aside his job, his honor as an academic, and breached moral taboos, it really was all in the attempt to cure his terminally ill son, even if it meant turning him into a zombie in the process. The man rejoiced that he could die before his son, and passed with a smile. Perhaps your dad is much the same. If he were to sacrifice everything to protect someone, the world would be truly rotten if it were a wish in vain. Let's see. The address is 113. Don't mess it up. That should reach the black market doctor I know. Oh, and make sure it's sent as a refrigerated delivery. If he ever runs any trouble, feel free to find me. As always, payment in form of a body. Aw. That's a really sweet story. I actually really liked it. Let me see if they didn't. Oh, they didn't do anything else. Okay. I like just about everything about this. I really do. So I like the art. I think it's pretty cool. I like Zombie John. I don't know how to describe the art. It's a little different. How do I put this? It looks almost like a much more well-polished version of like a webcomic. Like somebody doing their own little thing here. Like somebody did in their online program and then they just polished it to like a pretty professional looking degree. Right? I think it's very subtle and like the webcomic influence here. But like you could see it's like okay here. Like you could see the lines are a little different. You could see that it probably wasn't exactly done perhaps with a pencil, if I'm not mistaken, but done with an online program. Right? Like you stuff like this. I'm like, okay, that's all really cool. But it's also just really well done. Right? Like these hands are really good. Uh the art's good here, you know? Like the backgrounds may not be the most distinct, but that doesn't bother me, right? And that might be like one of the things where I noticed it was a little bit whatever. But also like stuff like this is really cool, right? Like he has a spotlight on him here. You have the action lines. What? Oh, why is the anime girl mad at me? We went the kaboom here. Like this was all really cool. The only minor thing is I did want to see the like kaboom with the intestines, and it didn't make as much sense to me for him to blow up here. Where he does a special zombie bomb, boom. Like I think he would have, you know, blown himself up, right? Or did he? No, wait. Oh, I think I just misunderstood that. Oh, okay. I completely misunderstood this. I just thought he got a bomb and he swallowed it. But no, he had the bomb, threw it up, and then that was on me. That one's on me. um, yeah. So I think this is a really good story. This is like the perfect one shot for a series to begin. Like he is a great mascot. He has a great personality here. It's already clear that they got like a story that they want to go with, right? They want to do like a unique zombie detective who could go and like do zombie things and then will help people in any way he can. He just asks for a piece of his body. Um, I like that. And then right here, I like this idea of like Evan Hockey, how it goes and how it goes and parallels the end, right? He uses his own son as a test subject here. If you don't go to bed soon, Dr. Hockey might come and turn into a zombie himself, right? Like, that was pretty good, and I didn't think much of it there. I thought, that this guy might have been the zombie or whatever, or like the scientist. But then I like how in the end it's like he goes and he tells the story of his dad, right? Like, he doesn't need to say that he's like Hockey there, but it's like, oh, okay, here despite what happened. He died laughing, he died smiling because he helped his son live, right? He made sure that he was able to live his life. Um, and it's definitely implied that he is the son. It's not stated directly, but it's a thing, right? That he's probably the son. Um, I mean, it'd be interesting if he wasn't the son, but I think that's the most obvious thing. And it's like, okay, that scientist actually did good here, no matter what everybody said, right? And then I also like the fact that his like dad, that you see the dad help him out, and I think it's really great storytelling. That like, cause maybe you think that like this guy's probably related to her in some form or fashion, right? Like, who is this zombie here and what's going on? And then like, okay, we go here. Like, you might think that this is the dad or something. And he's trying to protect her. He went through some experiments or whatever. But I like the fact that like all we really see of like the dad and the backstory at first is like, oh, okay, we get the like, come on, let's get the pictures of the hands here. Like, we can just see his hands, boom, boom, and then we keep going, boom, keep going, keep going. The offering a hand, and then it wakes her up, and then it's the same type of hand. Which is a nice little bit of foreshadowing, if you want to call it that here. It could also just be like, hey, whatever. You wake it up, you wouldn't think much of it. You could just think it's a cool transition, right? And then I just like, pop, pop, pop. I've already received my payment. And then she was like, oh, it's from the dad. And I really, really like that, right? That's a good thing. His dad hired him, gave her the same hand that comforted her, the big, strong hand meant to protect her. And they are protecting her, right, over time. And so I really, really love that, to protect and serve you, Eve. Like, that's a really touching story of someone who gave. Then even if he's not physically well, he is physically doing it, right? He's physically protecting her through the hands that he said he would do it, and that's really, really awesome. I love that. This is great. So this is just a well crafted story. It's also crafted from beginning to end. It's like, hey, now with the hand stuff there, and then like seeing he's a good person, seeing the story in the beginning relate to this, to the evil experiment, and then you see the dad at the end. And I was thinking like maybe we needed to hear from him, but I'm okay with them not talking, right? I think that the person knew what they were good. Like, no, let's not go and do extra stuff here. We could just leave this here, and that they called it, right. Like, you just have this image. It could be nice, or it could be a full page spread, half a page spread. But they're like, no, we're calling it there. 30 pages exactly. And then I like the fact that his whole body is like gone. It's like, all right, so now I'm interested. What's going to happen for the next time? Who is this doctor here? He needs to stay refrigerated here, which means who knows what else needs to happen, right? Because if he's not refrigerated, he's exposed to an element. Maybe it's a weakness. And then he's going to go and he's going to get a new body or do this, that, or the other, right? And then maybe we're introduced to some wacky side characters in the again, right? Who is this doctor? How are they helping him? Are they just stealing other bodies? Does the payment need to be in the form of alive or not alive, right? So I think it's a really well told story, and I just kind of want to see what happens next. I think he's like the perfect lead to a story. You could tell a ton of stories with this premise of like people, zombies, evil killers. There, he does his best, and then it's generally implied that if his head is gone, he is dead forever, right? And so, how do you go and address that? And then his code of conduct here and him being able to tank things. I don't know. I think it's a really, really neat story, and yeah, it's just good. It's just good. Like, I don't know what else to say here. This is just good. It's well story, well crafted here. It's Shinosuke Tojo. That was, yeah, this is from this year. Man, I hope this gets made into something. I'm sure it'll be like a year or two or something before it gets made into anything. Is this a professional work? It sure looks like it is a thing with the cover here, but I don't know. This is amazing. I've been saying this is good too much here, and I think we could call it there. So awesome, awesome, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Zombie John. And with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.